Missing someone with all your heart. Missing someone with heart. How much you miss it, and you deserve. Right from the start, and you did right from the start. Missing someone is as normal. Missing someone. Missing someone is as normal. Missing someone with all your heart. Missing someone with heart. Missing someone, I am sad and so low. I am sad and so low.
Once again, welcome to one of the first events we are actually having, where we can actually see each other. So great to see life coming back to normal. So I'll request that we're going to have the Royal Anthem, and I'll request Miss Aruni Baga to kindly come up and request all of you to kindly stand up for the Thai Royal Anthem.
ข้าวรพุทธเจ้าเอามโนและศิรกรานนพพระภูมิบาลบุญญาดิเรกเอกบรมจากรินทร์พระสยามินพระยศยิ่งยงเย็นศิราเพราะพระบริบาลผลพระคุณทรักษาปวงประชาเป็นสุขสารขอบันดาลถ้าประสงค์ใดจงสฤทธิ์ดังหวังวรหฤทัยดุจจะถวายชัยชัยโย
Please continue standing. We'll have the Indian National Anthem. Request Miss Beena Hora to kindly come to the stage. Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय गे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलत तरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे
गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Well, at the ITCC, we were really, really thrilled to be able to have an event and call all of you guys and come out for this particular event. We were conscious about the fact that we still need to have the right social norms, and I may request all of you to kindly continue to wear your masks on your table. I think the best we can do is to just follow the normal norms that we would for any other events. Of course, when food opens, it's a different thing, but while we are sitting here, kindly do that. This year has been quite an amazing year for many different reasons and many different things, but I think ending it up with an event like this is fantastic. I mean, we did a couple of online things during the year. We did actually partner up with the CII and FICCI, and ITCC normally doesn't get involved in social causes that much, but this past year with COVID, all the directors were really, really involved in trying to make sure that they can do the best to make an impact and really help out. So with that, I'd like to invite our president, Mr. Ravi Sehgal, to kindly come up on stage and give the welcome address.
Good evening. Past 18 months have been a time that no other of us, as businesses, as individuals, and as a society. But here, we are slowly but safely getting back to this sense of normality. For this, we salute everyone, our health services, the scientists, those in businesses who kept the wheel turning, and everyone who made such incredible efforts to help us through the dark days of the pandemic. What was amazed, though, isn't that we have come together to survive the latest threat, but that business across the country have survived and will soon bounce back. Tonight, we say a resounding well done to those who have, in spite of all the hurdles, opened new businesses, who have developed new ideas, who have taken their companies to another level, those who have looked after the teams and employees, and those who help the community they are based in. This is the innovative, successful, and compassionate business community that our India Thai Chamber of Commerce is so proud to represent. With due respect, we welcome Her Excellency Suchitra Durai, Ambassador Swaminathanji, as the chief guest at this grand occasion of Lifetime Achievement Award by India Thai Chamber of Commerce. Recipients of the Lifetime Achievement Awards demonstrate repeated outstanding achievements, make contributions of lasting impacts, exemplify outstanding creativity, and receive recognitions beyond the social work and profession. Behind every great organization, there are caring and committed people who exemplify the best in their field. We salute the creativity, passion, and leadership of two pioneers of India Thai Chamber of Commerce, Shri Mahendra Singh Ji Daga from Allied Gems and Seth Gurmukh Singh Ji Sajdev from GH International, by honoring them with the most prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award today. With this, it's my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to the President of Singapore Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Alan Lin, President of IAT, Mr. Sarabjit Singh Sachdev, President of TSA, Mr. Deepak Sajnani, President of ITDCA, Mr. Ashok Zaveri, President of GJPCT, Khun Somchai Ponchindarak, President of Thai Norwegian Trade Association, Dr. Warakon Chamnanpai San, President of FII and Senior Advisor to ITCC, Mr. Raj Commissioner, Consular, Indian Embassy, Mr. Ashwin Kotnis, and not forgetting the Honorable ITCC members and distinguished guests that are present here today. Before I conclude, my sincere thanks to all the past presidents of ITCC for setting the strategic direction to guide and direct the activities of the current committee. Thank you and Sawasdee Krap.
With that, we'll kindly request our chief guest for the evening, Her Excellency, to kindly come up to the stage and give us a welcome address. Her Excellency, Mrs. Sujitra Durai.
Shri Ravi Sehgal, Chairman of the India-Thai Chamber of Commerce, all directors of the ITCC, chairman and representatives of different business associations, the prospective awardees of the Lifetime Awards, Sri Gurmut Singh Sachdev, and the grandson of Mr. Mahinder Singh Daga, members of the Indian community, all ladies and gentlemen present here, very good evening, Sawasdee Krap. I'm very happy to join all of you today at, I think, one of the first big physical events of this kind, which has been organized by the ITCC. Very aptly so, to commemorate the contributions of, I think, two stalwarts of the Thai Indian community here. This, I believe, represents the awards for 2020 and 2021. The ITCC, of course, since its establishment in 1974, has played a very important part in strengthening India-Thailand economic and commercial relations. The Chamber has worked very closely with the Indian Embassy and has partnered with us in successful organization of many events and activities for strengthening bilateral relations, particularly in areas of trade, investment, people-to-people contact, as well as promotion of tourism. So I would also like to take this opportunity to brief all of you of some of the recent developments in India-Thailand bilateral trade and investment relations post the COVID-19 pandemic, and some of Government of India's recent initiatives and policies targeted towards facilitating ease of doing business in India. So the Ministry of Commerce of Thailand, in fact, very recently released the trade figures, and they've been very encouraging for the period January to October. And what they have told us is that bilateral trade between the two countries is actually has increased phenomenally, although we registered a decrease naturally in 2020. But we've already crossed $12 billion mark in 2021 in just the first 10 months. And this means that we have actually surpassed the figures of 2019. And we have registered a growth of about 57%, particularly when we compare the same duration of time in 2020. So India's export to Thailand, in fact, is at an all-time high, and it is poised to cross $6 billion by the end of this year. Bilateral investment is also growing. Investment from Thailand to India has registered a growth of more than 150% in 2020 as compared to 2019. And of course, India's investment in Thailand has also registered a growth of about 81% in 2020 as compared to 2019, in fact. And 2021 figures are even more promising, although we don't have it at the moment, the full figures, that is. The Government of India has been undertaking several policy reforms and initiatives to facilitate ease of doing business in India. The Goods and Services Tax, the GST, as many of you would be aware, has been a key structural reform in the tax regime, which was being implemented since 2017, and that has combined several different taxes into one, thus greatly simplifying the taxation system. India has also liberalized the FDI regime in various sectors such as construction, banking, insurance, railways, retail, airlines, defense, etc. And there is actually 100% FDI possible in online retail of goods, for example, and services, and in single brand retail trading through the automatic route. Now, the continuous reforms which are being undertaken are aimed at promoting competitiveness, enhance transparency, and expand digitization and greater innovation, of course. India is now the third biggest startup hub in the world and is becoming the world's fastest growing startup ecosystem with over 70 unicorns as of 2021. And it has actually witnessed about 40 startups entering the Unicorn Club in 2021, and the list is awaiting more entries soon. And I have learned that, of course, that ITCC has also set up an SME and a startup cell for supporting new SMEs and startups, and which has extended its infrastructure facilities to the startups of both Indian and Thai companies. So that is indeed very encouraging. As you would be aware, the Honorable Prime Minister of India gave a clarion call of Atmanirbhar Bharat, or self-reliant India, in May 2020. And a number of measures and incentives have been announced for trade and investment-focused growth and opening up of India as an investment destination. And government has also launched recently the production-linked incentive scheme, and 13 sectors have been brought under this scheme. And I will not go into the details, but they also include, areas of interest, including the textile and the food processing sector, as well as specialty steel. Now, according to the recent figures announced by IMF, it has projected 8.5% GDP growth in 2022, and India will remain among the fastest growing economies in the world. India's GDP actually grew by 8.4 in the second quarter of the current fiscal year, which is 2021-2022, and compared to, of course, a contraction that we had of 7.4% last year. So I'm very happy that today, of course, we are here for a very special event, that the Lifetime Achievement Award is being conferred on two stalwarts, Mr. Mahinder Singh Daga, the chairman of Allied Gems for the year 2020, and to Mr. Gurmukh Singh Sachdev, director of GH International for 2021. When I was going through the papers, while I know Mr. Gurmukh Singh Sachdev personally, I was also going through the very interesting, and very impressive CV of Mr. Mahinder Singh Daga. And I think, he has his presence in many continents, and I think all the various sons, grandsons, daughters have all done exceedingly well in the fields of jewelry and in other fields as well, and have greatly contributed to bringing a wonderful name to the Jain community, not just here in Thailand, but all over the world. And of course, Mr. Gurmukh Singh Sachdev, he's really a doyen of the Thai Indian community, he has founded of course, the Indian Association of Thailand, a very important umbrella body, which has been doing wonderful work. And not only has he been successful in the area of business, but also he has done huge amount of philanthropy, both in Thailand as well as in India. We're aware of that. And I think both of your contributions have really also promoted commercial links between India and Thailand, as well as, of course, the upholding of Indian culture and values. And this will really inspire, I'm sure, many others. Another aspect I've learned about Mr. Gurmukh Singh Sachdev while going through the papers is that not only did he found many organizations and help in sustaining them, but he also introduced very important aspects, voting rights to everybody, accounting procedures. This I see there is a pattern in what he's been doing for many organizations, and this is indeed very, very creditable. So congratulations and felicitations. We are so honored to be in the company of such wonderful people, and thank you once again for inviting me to be here in this very important function. While this is, of course, a very positive and a very happy function, in India, we are currently going through a very sad phase because very unfortunately and very suddenly there was this terrible, crash of the helicopter which was carrying the Chief of the Defense Staff, an outstanding, soldier, a great patriot, General Bipin Rawat, and of course his wife, and this entire entourage of 11 persons have perished in this very sad development, and we convey, of course, our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families. It's a great loss for India, and we are in a state of mourning because of that. Om Shanti. Thank you very much.
Now for the part that we're all been here for the Achievement Awards. Let me introduce our next director. He's going to talk about one of these individuals, and I'll let him come up and speak. So, Mr. Deepak, could you kindly come up on stage?
Namaskar ji. Sawaddi khap tuk than khap. Sat Sri Akal ji. Jai Jinendra ji. Jai Shri Krishna ji. Her Excellency, Madam Ambassador Srimati Suchitra Durai ji, former Ambassador Sri Swaminathan ji, President Ravi Sehgal ji, respected past President of ITCC, lifetime awardee Sri Dada Sri Gurmukh Singh Sachdev ji, Sri Mahendra Singh ji Daga ji, and Sri Saket Daga ji on behalf of him. Khun Somchai Pronchindarak, President of Gems Jewellery and Precious Metal Confederations of Thailand, Sri Sarabjit Ji Sachdev ji, President of Indian Association of Thailand, Sri Ashok Jhaveri ji, President of India Thai Diamond and Colorstone Association, Sri Sushil Saraf ji, President of Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Manevar Sri Om Prakash Modi ji, President of Gujarati and Marwari Samaj, Thailand. I am Deepak Sathanavut, Public Relations Director of India Thai Chamber of Commerce. It is an honor and great privilege for me to get opportunity to present and brief in behalf of Sri Mahendra Singh Ji Daga ji with his biography for the Lifetime Awards. Sri Mahendra Singh Ji Daga ji, whom we call as Tauji also, is known by this name. Believe his very simple motto in life, that is Manav Seva Parmo Dharma. which means that human service is the best religion of humanity, to be down to earth and help people in whichever way we can. This is the legendary personality that he is and a great role model for all to follow. Most of the businessmen, politicians, and social workers admire him since he is a hardworking, caring, and creative, noble soul with a year of hard work and success. Sri Mahendra Singh Ji Dagaji, chairman of Allied Gems, has led a life of great achievement and success. Born on January 1st, 1929 in Agra, Uttar Pradesh, India. He was brought up in a prosperous family running the largest general merchant trading store in Uttar Pradesh. His father, late Sri Padamchandji Dagaji, suddenly fell ill and the family responsibility fell on Sri Mahendra Singh Dagaji, who was only 19 years old at that time. He decided to take upon the family responsibilities, being the eldest of 10 brothers. To cope with the financial situations of the family, Mahendra Singh Ji, being the eldest son of the 10 brothers, declined the job offer from the Indian Railway and took work as a teacher at a high school in Agra with a salary of rupees 45 per month on that time. He also taught many kids after school 16 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, to provide care and education for his 9 younger siblings and support his family financially, even when when next meal was questionable for his family. With a year of hard work, Mahendra Singh Ji continued his study and completed his Bachelor of Commerce and Education from Agra University, Master from Delhi University, and PhD in Finance from the International University of the Netherlands. After teaching for 25 years, he entered the gem business in 1968 and gradually all his brothers joined him and he became an international dealer of colored stone, diamonds and jewelry. He opened offices with his family in India, Jaipur, Mumbai, Delhi, in USA, Ohio, Chicago, New York, Houston, Los Angeles, Hong Kong, and then in Bangkok, Thailand in 1983, and has grown into global well-known business empires. His company, Allied Gems Corporation, has been awarded the highest exporters of gemstone beside many other awards. Hundreds of people have been trained and inspired by Sri Mahendra Singh Ji Dagaji become entrepreneurs themselves. One of his youngest brother, Harish Dagaji, who is a like son to him, has been working with him more than 55 years. And well, his nephew like Sri Rajiv Ji and Sri Mahavir Ji Jain. Beside his interest and involvement in serving humanity and supporting Indian social and religious activities, Sri Dagaji is a follower of Jain Sant Acharya, late Sri Sushil Muni Ji. Mahendra Singh Ji has supported in setting up temple in USA, India and Thailand, like the Siddhachalam temple in USA, Jain temple in New Delhi, India, and new Jain temple being constructed in Bangkok, Thailand. He has also constructed Atithi Bhavan, guest house for pilgrims Jain in Jaipur and Agra. He also contributed to the building and donated too many education institutions through his family trust. His optimism and culture value are very inspiring and encouraging to all those who aspire to attain success in life through hard work and honesty. Since 2003, Sri Dagaji also been president of Rajasthan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which is very well recognition of Rajasthan and all around India. He has won many prestigious awards over the year. Just to name a few: Citizen Award presented by Vice President and the President of India, Mahimam Sri Shankar Dayalji Sharma. Lifetime Achievement Award in 2004 presented by Srimati Sheila Itcc Ji. Service for the uplifting of ASEAN in America presented by the Governor of New Jersey, USA, Man of the Year Award by the Governor of Florida, USA in 1992, the Samaj Ratna Gems of the Society Award in Agra, India, Plaque of Merit by the Royal Princess of Thailand for his contributions to the Indian community in Thailand, Lifetime Achievement Award by International Waste Federation's Thailand chapter. He was also awarded one of the 30 outstanding Jains in the world, and many more awards. Coming to his family in 1950, Sri Mahendra Singh Ji Dagaji married Mem Akal Kumari Ji, belong to respectable lady from Rajasthan, and they have been married for 72 years. She has always been a great support to him with responsibilities. Mrs. Akal Kumari took great care in raising her brother-in-law like she did for her own children. The couple have done everything in life with great deal of honesty. Sri Dagaji has son and 4 daughters. His son, Sri Sunilji Daga, married to Srimati Asha Jain, managed the business residing in the USA. He too is continuing to excel in the industries like his father. His eldest daughter, Dr. Veena Jain, who is well-known gynec doctor, is married to Dr. Munna Babu Jain. Who is one of the top radiologists in state of Uttar Pradesh. His second daughter, Srimati Rajni, is married to well-known jewelers in New York, USA, Sri Panalalji Jain. His third daughter, Mrs. Alka Bothra, is a wife of late Sri Vijayji Bothra, who ran her late husband's successful diamond enterprise herself in Mumbai and could be considered India's highest female diamond exporters. Mahendra Singh's youngest daughter, Srimati Ruchi Kothari, has a master in marketing, is an education consultant, married to Sri Jitendraji Kothari, a successful computer engineer in New Jersey, USA. Mahendra Singh's grandson, Sri Saketji Daga, who is married to Sunanda, has grown up with him and idolized his grandfather, who taught him the in and outs of business. He is also current Secretary, Young and Dynamic Secretary General of Indian Thai Diamond and Colorstone Associations. Their grandson and his wife, 3 of their great-grandchildren, Ranveer, Samir and Simran, reside in Bangkok with Sri Dagaji. Sri Dagaji is highly appreciated for Thailand, the land of smile, as his base. He used to spend half a year in Thailand and the rest in various parts of India and USA. Mahendra Singh Dagaji has been the chief patron of Gujarati Marwari Samaj and Jain Samaj in Bangkok, Thailand, with his contributions of the time, effort and finance in every aspect. He has always encouraged more intertrade relations between India and Thailand, for which he has been awarded over the year by many Thai and Indian organizations in Bangkok, Thailand. He has organized, supported and sponsors many culture and social events in Bangkok, Thailand, be it a sporting event, occasionally religious celebrations, blood drives and charity to keep the Indian culture alive in Thailand. He also had a contribution in arranging the ASEAN Religious Conference of World Jain Congress in 1988, New Delhi, India, with the blessing of Sant Sri Acharya Sushil Muni Ji, Vishwa Sant Dalai Lama Ji, and former Home Minister of India, Sardar Sri Bhuta Singh Ji. Even at the age of 92, he is in the work of building a conference hall and world-class vegetarian boutique hotel, 5-star hotel in Pink City of Rajasthan, in the tourism industry of Rajasthan, which show how he is always ready to try out a new venture and love to explore other businesses and ideas. Sri Dagaji's company in Thailand has set up a manufacturing unit facility in Chantaburi, Kanchanaburi and Bangkok. Sri Dagaji believed that Thai people are very artistic and excellent craftsmen. In addition to employing and trading with the Thai goldsmith, gems traders and gem cutters, Sri Dagaji loves to work and live among the Thai people and follow their respectful culture. To conclude, Mahendra Singh Ji Dagaji's belief, age is only a number and you are never too old to try and learn something new. Hard work, discipline and honesty in everything you do are some of the qualities he has lived and inspired everyone around him with. As we all know about Mahendra Singh Ji Dagaji's multiple health issues, we pray from our bottom of heart for his speedy recovery and perfect health. I would also like to congratulate Dada Shri Gurmukh Singh Ji Satdev, who is the Chief Patron of Indian Associations of Thailand, for his award today. I am serving as a Board of Director of Indian Association of Thailand too, and I wish the Satdev family heartiest congratulations from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for having me today. It was a great pleasure. Namaskar. Jai Jinendra.
Sawadee Krap, Namaskar, Jai Jinendra. I'm Sakit Daga. I'm Mahendra Singh Daga's grandson, and on behalf of him and our family, we would like to thank the ITCC and the whole Indian diaspora of Thailand for giving us this opportunity and this award to him for his lifetime achievements.
इस सभागृह में उपस्थित सभी मातृशक्ति और सज्जनों को सादर प्रणाम और सप्रेम नमस्कार। आदरणीय ताऊ जी श्री दागा साहब के विषय में मुझे बोलने का अवसर मिला, उसके लिए मैं इंडिया थाई चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स का आभारी हूँ।
ये अवार्ड दे रहे हैं आप चैम्बर का, बहुत बहुत थैंक यू, धन्यवाद। इन्होंने पूरी लाइफ जगह जगह अवार्ड लेते ही रहे हैं।
The valuable teaching that I've gotten from my grandfather is, I think, everything. In terms of work ethics, honesty, discipline, and hard work. Without that, there is nothing, and that's one thing I feel that I've really learned and tried to follow the same path. We do make mistakes throughout, but having a guideline and having a figure to follow such as him makes it a lot easier. When he was a kid, he had everything. He was born with a golden spoon in his mouth. And at one point, a few years later, he lost everything. His family lost everything. And again, after many hard years of struggle, he has everything and more. So, just to see that never give up, and keep focusing, keep fighting on for it. He's a fighter. He comes back around again. And I think it's the people's love for him. He just has everybody's good wishes. He's never wanted bad for anybody, and I think reciprocal, that comes back in all good wishes. There's one story about him being able to get into politics in Delhi, and he declined that offer due to the reason of being that he said he couldn't lie and he wouldn't be able to deceive people. So I just feel that, he said business is somewhere that you can work on your own terms. Politics is where you work on everybody else's terms.
लाइफ में इन्होंने कभी हिम्मत नहीं हारी, हमेशा आगे बढ़ने का रहे, कभी नुकसान के लिए नहीं सोचा कि क्या है क्या नहीं है। भगवान ने इतनी सहायता करी इनकी कि हर चीज़ में ये उन्नति करते थे।
As a family man, I think I would say that being the eldest of 10 brothers and as a fatherhead for everybody, I am close to 100 immediate family members of mine. 10 grandfathers, then we're fourth generation. My children, we live with my grandparents, and so having a fourth generation together, I think they learn a lot from him. And for me, being close to 100 family members that I can name, I think that's an achievement.
बेटा मेरा अमेरिका है, ये पोता मेरा से था मेरे पास है, दादा को छोड़ के एक दिन भी नहीं हटा ही, 40 साल का हो गया है, लेकिन बाबा का मैं आपको क्या बताऊं। ये अपने बच्चों को भी यही शिक्षा देता है। छोटे छोटे इसके बच्चे 10 साल के 4 साल की बच्ची है, वो पूरे टाइम बाबा के पास रहती है।
ताऊ जी के व्यक्तित्व की विराटता को शब्दों में अभिव्यक्त करना सागर से एक अंजलि कृतज्ञता जल उठाने के समान है। ताऊ जी एक उदार, सहृदय और स्नेह में व्यक्तित्व के स्वामी हैं। उनका समित्र और स्नेह मिलना मेरे और हमारे समाज के लिए सम्मान एवं सौभाग्य की बात है। उनका आशीर्वाद हमें सदा मिलता रहे। अपनी इन्हीं भावनाओं को कुछ पंक्तियों में मैं व्यक्त करना चाहता हूँ। जहाँ सब स्थिर हो जाते हैं वहाँ भाव स्वतः उसे उठते हैं। पूजा की थाली में अर्पित जो मंदिर के घंटे बजते हैं, जहाँ प्रेम स्नेह व्यवहार पर मिल श्रद्धा स्वर दिखाते हैं, ऐसे अपने दागा जी को चरणों में शीश नवाते हैं। वे स्पष्ट और दीर्घायु हों और हमें उनसे स्नेह प्यार मिलता रहे। हमारे ताऊ जी समाज रत्न, समाज गौरव, भामाशाह आदि अनेक उपाधियों से सम्मानित है। इन्हें किसी परिचय की आवश्यकता नहीं है।
लाइफ ऐसी बहुत बड़ी बात है और हम सब अपने साथियों का प्रेम करते हैं, उनका आदर करते हैं। काम करना पड़ेगा, बिना काम के कोई चीज़ नहीं मिलती है। आप समाज में काम करिए तो आपको समाज प्रेम करेगा।
Good evening, Sawadee Khap, and Namaste to everyone here. On behalf of my grandfather, Mahendra Singh Ji Daga, I am extremely grateful for Her Excellency, the Board of Directors of Indo-Thai Chamber of Commerce, led by Ravi Uncle and his fantastic team, and the entire Indian community and all of you present here tonight. This is a support of all the love and affection that you have shown him throughout so many years. It is our pleasure as a Daga family
to receive this award on behalf of him. My grandparents have been married for 72 years, as you know, and my grandfather has always believed that whatever he has attained is through his hard work, my grandmother's good luck, and all the people who have been around him, good wishes. So once again, thank you for that. He's a very prominent believer in being part of the community, being active in the community, and religion and culture for him have no foundations. Whether it's being part of the Jain Association, part of the Gujarati Marwadi Samaj, or part of the gem and jewelry industry. आचार्य सुशील मुनि महाराज साहब और बहुत सारे संतों का बाबा पे शुरू से बहुत आशीर्वाद रहा है और आप लोगों से सबसे इतनी विनती है कि जो आप लोगों ने प्यार और उनको इज्जत दी है वो आप बना के रखिए, उसी से उनका जुनून और हिम्मत जो अभी भी है उसके वजह से है. Once again, I won't take too much long of your time, but believe me when I say, if my grandfather was here tonight, he would go around this room and meet each of you individually and thank you from the bottom of his heart. So thank you so much on behalf of Mahendra Singh Ji Daga and our family. Thank you.
Good evening. Madam Ambassador Suchitra Durai, His Excellency Past Ambassador Swaminathan, President of ITCC, Past President, current and past committee, ladies and gentlemen. Gives me an immense honor to be here in front of you all to mention a few words about Seth Gurmukh Singh Sajdev Ji, a model citizen to both Janam Bhumi and Karam Bhumi. I firstly ask for forgiveness because I may not do justice with the task at hand. There is no one more befitting for the ITCC Lifetime Achievement Award of 2021. A Red Cross blood donor of 108 times. And also conferred White Elephant in 1986 by King Bhumibol Adulyadej. Born in Gujarat, December 25th, 1931. Turning 90 years this Christmas. Happy birthday. Many happy returns of the day, Ji. He is born to Seth Harnam Singh and Bibi Harbans Kaur. Seth Gurmukh Singh Ji did his primary education there, but due to partition at young age of 16, his status has changed to refugee along with his parents and siblings at partition. Due to connection in Siam, he migrated and did many odd jobs to stay afloat. The tide turned when he started ammunition business with his sibling called Indo-Thai Firearms and later independently started Thai National Trading and GH International. Seth Gurmukh Singh Ji started social work by joining Namdari Sangat Committee as Honorable Secretary. He introduced ladies' privilege, ladies' membership, right to vote. At that time, no other institution had ever thought of. Seva is his motto. He has been the anchor and custodian of Shamshan Bhumi, or commonly known as Kalibari, for the last 40 to 50 years. Believing in common good and respects people of all faiths. Seth Gurmukh Singh Ji never turned a blind eye to any Indian in distress. Whether convicted behind bars or those with difficulty paying fine for overstay or even finance repatriating Indian, handling documents and legal formalities with all concerned parties and department. At ITCC, Seth Gurmukh Singh Ji reinforced election and treasury with transparency. It's a great honor for Indian residing in Thailand that Seth Ji was elected to the organizing committee responsible for Rama 9th birthday celebration for decades. As he did wonderfully by involving all Indian diaspora. And association in wishing His Majesty, handing out free food and basic necessities to public visiting the royal ground. This improved Thai Indian image immensely. Please give him a big hand, please. Said Gurmeet Singh Sachdev ji give importance to providing education, and proof of that is he has opened multiple schools under royal patronage of the King and the Princess Mahachakri Sirithorn, who we, out of fondness and respect, call her Prathep. He has also opened a Minder International School that we visit at Lat Kabang. And the first school he opened was in Nan province, and many other schools in rural area then follow under her Naam Kaur Foundation. In 2015, the foundation set up by Seth Gurmeet Singh ji made lots of public facilities, toilets. Seth ji also lent his hand in reconstruction of public utilities after the devastation of tsunami in Phuket and Phang. The foundation periodically provides financial support to Ramathipadi, Chulalongkorn, and Police General Hospital. Seth Gurmeet Singh ji has initiated a new crematorium at Talingchan, which is state of the art and is in accordance with the current times and by law. Many Indian companies are supporting this noble task financially under his supervision. We wish him good luck and all successes. At 90, he still continued at the same pace and never stops. Her Naam Kaur Foundation also does charity in India, such as providing relief funds for stateless Kashmiri Pandits and assist in wherever there is earthquake, and also helps armed forces veteran family, and recently also provided oxygen cylinder supply during peak of the coronavirus. The service and success of Seth Gurmeet Singh ji is much more, which I cannot sum up in 5 minutes. I was just trying my best to do. I would like to end by saying that fruits do not fall far from the tree. Seeing an exemplary family that he has brought up, and they have all following his footsteps and in their own right being model citizen of today. We always see Uncle Ji with folded hands, never otherwise. A true hero. Sat Sri Akal.
Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar. I am pleased to note and happy to know that management of India Thai Chamber of Commerce have agreed to have a Lifetime Achiever Award for Sardar Gurmukh Singh Ji Sachdev.
We also learn from that is to help other people of any religion, any caste. We all have to help our friends, our human.
I really admire Mr. Gurmukh Singh Sachdev. When he was the secretary of the Namdari Sangha, he even had an idea to allow a woman to become the member with the full of the voting right.
His background is that even though the education is not very high, but he made it through since the partition war until now. He has built up his own, status, and for us, for the family, and for the grandchildren, and the great-great-grandchildren. He also still helping other people, whether in India, in Thailand. Even though today he's 90 years, he still works fully, meaning he comes to the office, he goes to the school, he goes to different offices also. If not due to COVID-19, he normally travel to Delhi once a month. See the clinic, everything runs smoothly, any problem, try to resolve and try to upgrade the clinic. His body is 90 years, but his mind is still in the 20s.
I have known this family for the past 40 years where I came to Thailand, and understand he is a very humble man, very hardworking, and had developed his business to the extent that he is doing very well along with his children. Out of his funds, he has developed Harnam Singh Harbans Kaur Satdev Foundation, under which he had many charities in India as well as in Thailand. Not only this, Sardar Gurmukh Singh Ji has also given Royal Thai donations and have given to many temples in Thailand. He has also opened a clinic in Delhi, which also is a free clinic to all the person who needs some assistance. The dedication given by the Gurmukh Singh Ji family is excellent, and I salute Dr. Mr. Gurmukh Singh Ji that, and pray Akalpur to have his happy, healthy life so that he keeps on giving his blessings.
अगर हम गुरमुख सिंह की बात करें, बहुत कुछ लंबा चौड़ा काम है. स्कूल बनाया इधर थाईलैंड में, बाहर अप कंट्री में टेंपल बनाया, बहुत कुछ मदद किया ताकि ये काम सब के लिए फ़ायदा हो, और काम करने के लिए सबके लिए मदद करते रहते हैं. ये इनका काम है.
He always guide us, the children, even when we were young, when in class 3, 2, he always said, you come to the shop, work, add something up in the accounting to learn something. So all the brothers have been doing that since young.
Gurmukh Singh Ji, many congratulations for this recognition. Very proud to know you, a man full of sterling qualities who has done stellar work in India as well as in Thailand. Once again, from me and my family, that is Mukho, heartiest congratulations and felicitations to you, the entire Indian community and your family members. Well done, sir.
आपको कैसा लग रहा है आईटीसीसी से ये लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट अवार्ड मिलकर?
तो खुशी है, देखो जो आप लोगों ने मेरे को इज्जत दिया है, बहुत खुशी है. व्यापारी लोगों की जगह है, जो कि देश में मैंने भी खुद काम किया है, 2 बार प्रेसिडेंट बना हूँ उसका. तो व्यापारियों के लिए मदद करने के लिए ये बना है. व्यापारी चाहे वो बड़े हैं चाहे वो छोटे हैं, सबके लिए है. मेरे दिल में यही है कि इंडियन जो भी है, स्कूल और हॉस्पिटल, ये 2 ही काम जो है सबसे बढ़िया है, जिसमें सब जैसे सब मज़हब आ जाते हैं, हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख, ईसाई, गरीब, अमीर. जहाँ जहाँ भी मैं काम किया, मेरे को अच्छे आदमी मिल गए और मेरे को सपोर्ट किया, और मैं ये काम कर रहा हूँ. थाईलैंड में रहते हैं, और थाईलैंड में के जैसे महाराजा ने मेरे को काम दिया, हम चाहते हैं आप सब काम करें ताकि इंडियन कम्युनिटी का नाम करने के लिए सब हिस्सा डालें. पैसा कमाना जो है वो तो सब कमाते हैं, कोई थोड़ा कोई ज़्यादा, लेकिन लोगों की मदद करना, गरीब आदमी की मदद करना, जहाँ कुछ जो जिनकी तकलीफ़ है, बीमार है, कुछ है, वही सबसे बढ़िया है. बच्चों को यही उपदेश दे रहा हूँ कि पैसा नहीं साथ में जाएगा, ये काम ही आपको साथ जाएगा, पैसा तो यहाँ ही रह जाएगा.
proud moment for the whole family. Request Your Excellency to kindly stay on the stage. The Daga family would like to come up next.
Your Excellencies, Madam Ambassador Suchitra Durai, former Ambassador Sri Swaminathan Ji, the President and Managing Committee of the Indian Thai Chamber of Commerce, and all distinguished guests gathered here. On behalf of our entire family, we would first all like to congratulate Tauji Mr. Mahendra Singh Ji Daga for his Lifetime Achievement Award presented to him by the Indian Thai Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of my father, Darji Gurmukh Singh Ji Sachdev, he is truly humbled and sincerely thankful to Your Excellencies for the honor, the Indian Thai Chamber of Commerce for conferring this special award on him. Thank you with humility and respect. Speaking on behalf of Darji's family, we thank ITCC for your recognition of the lifetime achievements of our Darji and for conferring this honor on him. Darji has always been a guiding light, source of inspiration for many, not the least his family, for whom he is the life force itself. In our younger days, my husband and our brothers often joked, Darji's 5 sons together cannot match his energy. Today, we say even 10 of us together cannot keep up with him. This is sometimes said with mixed feelings. The anxiety over his health, as well as pride and admiration for his boundless energy and sharp mind, in spite of age. We believe his energy stems from his social projects. He certainly is always untiring in this respect. This is perhaps due to his unwavering conviction that if one tries hard enough, one can achieve almost anything. His motto in life has always been, Himmate Mard, Madate Khuda, or God helps those who help themselves. And this is especially true when he is working for the uplift of society, regardless of religion, caste, creed, or gender. Firm and steadfast in his own faith, he has always respected all faiths and religions as equal. The brief record of his journey and achievements is indeed brief. The evening would not be enough to expand on events and incidents that have shaped his journey or the complexity of Darji as a person. Self-made and distinctively successful, but grounded enough to not be affected by the trappings of success. In all my recollections, I have no memory of Darji ever shopping for anything for himself. I don't think he stepped into a department store ever. Simple in his personal needs, one can truly say he has been a giver all his life. Never forgetful of his roots, his philanthropic efforts are ongoing in India. He is even now asking us every other day, when will he be able to go to Delhi? Here, I would like to clarify his role in the Wat Thai Kushinara Chalermrat. The foundation did not build the temple, but founded the Kushinara Charitable Trust, and through that, the Kushinara Clinic and Medical Center. This was at the request of the then ambassador of Thailand to India to bridge the gap between two cultures or countries. Mindful of his success in Thailand, where he chose to make a living, he has always given back generously and is perhaps one of the very few Indians to be honored by His late Majesty King Bhumibol Maharaj with the 4th class Most Exalted Order of the Elephant. The words Tan, Man and Dhan come to mind. Darji has donated blood 109 times in his life, for which he was graciously presented the Red Cross pin at 100 times by the Queen Mother, at the time Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, and at 108 times by Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn. Very traditional and conservative in many ways, but also very modern in his outlook. As mentioned by you all in his biodata, he firmly believes that women should not be given any less consideration than men. Me representing the family here speaks for itself, and that given the chance, can be up to any task. Certainly, all of his daughters-in-law can truly say we are given equal regard as his sons. In any family situation, Darji asks for the opinion of his children, sons as well as daughters. Gives sincere consideration to the same. He has always empowered us to work alongside our husbands and is always appreciative of the individual core competency of each and every one of us. Here, I would also like to take a moment to remember our Wadi Mama, Mrs. Minder Kaurji Sachdev. Darji's soulmate, who always actively supported him in all his endeavors. While he empowered her, she was his inspiration and strength. Today, Wadi Mama would be taking immense pride in this recognition and honor bestowed upon Darji by Your Excellencies, ITCC, and this distinguished gathering. I'm sure she is smiling from above. Finally, we pray that Darji may be blessed with good health to continue in his social endeavors that keep him energized. May he always be a source of inspiration as well as motivation to us all. Once again, our heartfelt thanks to ITCC for this wonderful initiative, which brings to light and also reminds us and future generations of the hard work and struggle our elders went through, achieving success through sheer grit and perseverance, and yet maintaining their spirit of humble and selfless generosity. Thank you. Namaskar. Sawadee.
Thank you for an excellent message to all of us about achievements that he has done. I think if all of us just sit back and think about it for just a couple of minutes and think about the level of achievement that both gentlemen have done throughout their lives, and you think about ourselves as individuals, it's actually quite inspiring. And it's quite inspiring to think that you could actually do and learn and something for them. So one more time, I request everybody to give a standing ovation to both the gentlemen for their lifetime achievements. Thank you. Thank you. Now, we are actually running behind agenda, and I know that a lot... Please sit down, please. Please. And we're running behind on our agenda, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are very, very hungry. Dinesh, our director here, he was very, very excited to actually introduce you to the ITCC app that we have just done up. And we're going to steal his show by saying it's going to be another show another time. So thank you. Thank you very much, Dinesh. Thank you so much.
Another day. Yeah, we'll leave another day.
Yes. With that, I'd like to invite Beena ji, please.
Her Excellency, Madam Suchitra Durai, former Ambassador, Mr. Swaminathan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here for a very short while because we are already running late, as you have been told. So I'd like to start a little introduction that will tell you why I'm here at the podium. It is said that honoring a selfless service doer for the good of the community not only inspires that person to do more and better work, but inspires the others as well to follow the trend. Volunteers are humans too, and recognizing their efforts can go a long way in ensuring their long-term engagement. As a healthy organization that notices the positive things its active members are doing all the time, we at ITCC are sharing with you what recognition some of my fellow colleagues, some of fellow executive directors at ITCC have earned for the good work during the recent difficult times due to COVID-19. So a request, my humble request to each person as your name is announced, please rise and make your presence felt to everyone. First of all, we'd like to talk about the Vice President of the current committee, Kun Som Song, Sachapimuk, Kun Som Song Ka. Kun Som Song was recognized for organizing Vande Bharat mission flights, and she's still continuing to do this. She assisted the stranded Indians with good cooperation from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Immigration Department, and Indian Embassy, Bangkok. Ladies and gentlemen, can I hear a big round of applause for Kun Som Song? The next ED, Mr. Arvind Sachdev. Mr. Arvind Sachdev, can you please rise? Mr. Arvind Sachdev has received the Most Admirable Order of Direk Kunapon for his work for the people of Thailand. The award was given by His Excellency Kunchutti Krairak, the Minister of Social Development and Human Security, on behalf of His Majesty Maha Vajiralongkorn. It's time to put our hands together for Mr. Arvind. Our Executive Director Deepak Sajnani, who is here, received a certificate of appreciation from Her Excellency Madam Suchitra Durai for his outstanding service towards the welfare of the Indian community in Thailand during COVID time. He certainly deserves a big applause for this recognition. ED Samir Yamdagni, who is also our MC today, was recognized for his hard work and contribution in sending oxygen concentrators to India when India was hit by the bad wave of COVID and their acute deficiency of oxygen existed. Let's all put our hands together for none other than Samir Yamdagni. ED Manu Bhardwaj, may I request you to stand, rise? Yes. Our Executive Director Manu Bhardwaj was awarded for commitment towards fight against COVID-19 at the 14th edition of Asia-Africa Business and Social Forum E-Summit by Asia One. Here is to you, Manu, through our applause, recognition from all of us. Last but not the least, I would like to ask my colleague Ajit Mehta please rise. He stands there. He's another ED in the group whose outstanding efforts and contribution to help the needy fellow citizens in the community have been recognized. He is ready 24/7 to extend help in all forms, which is really praiseworthy. Let's hear a big round of applause for Ajit Mehta. Over to you, Samir Yamdagni.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. I think with that, I'll request Jemal to come up the stage to give the thank you note, and then we'll quickly start on our dinner.
Good evening, esteemed ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the entire executive board of the India-Thai Chamber of Commerce, it is my privilege and honor to propose a vote of thanks for the night. Firstly, I'd like to thank Her Excellency Suchitra Durai, Indian Ambassador to the Kingdom of Thailand, and her husband, retired Ambassador R. Swaminathan, for gracing us with your presence for the night. We at the ITCC are immensely grateful for giving us your time and support as always. Thank you to all the recipients, and especially to all the family members of the recipients of the Lifetime Achievement Award for your time and effort in facilitating the award, and as well as giving all the various inputs and photos and stories and coming here tonight in full force. We truly appreciate that very much. Thank you to all our ITCC past presidents, and to also all the presidents of other various associations in this hall today, as well as the representatives of all other associations, Indian and all. And thank you to our esteemed members of the ITCC for your continued and unwavering support of all the activities here at the ITCC. And last but not the least, and very importantly, thank you to the ITCC Secretariat for all the coordination work. We deeply appreciate all the efforts into making the night a successful one and a memorable one. Thank you all to you, and have a very good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's one other important thing that we wanted to do and recognize today. We have a gentleman here who's with us, and he was tremendously very generous, very helpful, very, I would say, authentic in what he tried to do and what he tried to achieve. And he really helped the Indian diaspora in a big way. I'd like to, on behalf of ITCC, recognize Mr. Adam Lim, the President of Singapore Thai Chamber of Commerce. Please give a round of applause for him, because he helped tremendously in allocating a lot of vaccines during the time that ITCC was giving. If you remember all the vaccinations that were coming in, right? He was actually helping us out for that. So thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it.
Somsak is the winner of the first prize. Mr. Somsak is here. The prize is a dinner voucher for two at a restaurant, Indian restaurant Charcoal, with soy lemon and the processed foods. Yeah. Sponsored by our own executive director, Mr. Joy. Artwork which you can use in your home. You can decorate your home. So it's coming your way. Mr. Ramesh Mehta, are you here, Mr. Ramesh? Come over, please. This piece of artwork has been specially painted by Mrs. Veena, and here she is with the award to Ramesh. Punjab Grill, an Indian restaurant in Soy 13 at the Radisson Hotel. Our own director, so we decided that I think tonight all the directors are getting lucky. It's Dinesh Agaskar, but I think we have a decline from Dinesh, so we'll have to go again. Mr. Praveen Sethia. Mr. Praveen Sithai. Punjab Grill, dinner voucher for 2. Mr. Kishan Chandani. I think he's not here, I guess. I haven't seen him today. Bobby, can you come over please? And the lucky winner is Mr. Bobby Rishi. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Mr. Bobby Rishi. We again have a buffet dinner. Sweetheart, are you here?
Missing someone, love with all your heart. Missing someone, love with heart. How much you miss her, and you deserve. Right from the start.